Every week, dozens of SUVs around the Kansas City area are targeted by thieves looking to make a quick buck.
So how can you protect your vehicle? Sloan Heller's live at 20th and McGee in Kansas City. Sloan.
Good morning, Krista. I talked to quite a few mechanics, including the one behind me, and they say they're getting a lot of people coming in with their catalytic converters stolen. They have to replace them. The reason they said that this is such a big trend, and they're seeing a lot more lately, is it takes very little time for these thieves to steal the converter, and then what they do basically is they sell them to a recycling center. Unfortunately, these recycling centers don't ask many questions. 3, by the way, catalytic converters stolen from the same Plaza apartment complex parking lot just in the last week. And now the victims, they're looking for ways, how do you protect themselves? And so basically there are a couple of options that we looked at online. One of them is called the cat clamp. There's also the cat lock. And what you're going to want to do is check with your mechanic, check with your manufacturer, see if they have a preference. They're going to cost you just about $100. And more than anything, what police were telling me is they act as a deterrent. If a thief sees one of these, they're probably just going to move on to the SUV. They're not going to want to bother with the extra trouble. Now, replacing a converter can be very expensive, especially if you have a high deductible or only liability insurance. It's also just a huge inconvenience.
I had plans to go out of town to drive to see family in western Kansas. That's not happening, and thank goodness, my work's worked with me to get my car to the mechanic, but it's definitely not been fun. You know, it's just something you have no choice and no control over, and that's what's a horrible feeling.
Now, a standard converter is going to run you about $250, but a low emissions ones with which is what a lot of mechanics are recommending these days, those are going to cost you about $450 on up. And so the good thing that you can do right now, if you haven't been targeted, definitely call your insurance company, find out if you have full coverage, and also a good question to ask, even if you have full coverage, make sure you have rental car insurance. That's a big thing that I know my friend just learned the lesson the hard way. So again, this is something that a lot of police are seeing all over the Kansas City area, catalytic converter thefts. If you don't have a secured parking lot, you're going to definitely want to look into one of these things, the cat clamp or the cat lock. We're live in Kansas City this morning. Sloan Heller, NBC Action News Today.